If you're an AI filmmaker and you've struggled with generating multiple shot angles of the same scene, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through one of the workflows on Weavy AI, and it's going to take a starting image and generate multiple shot angles that you can use in your video generations. Let's dive in. All right, so you got the workflow here, and I'll provide a link to this in the description. So you're going to start off with a prompt that will generate a starting image, or you can just upload a starting reference image here, and it's going to run through this automation, which is going to generate 10 different shot angles of the same scene. So you can use them for your video generations, or you can further ideate upon this. Let's take a look here. If we zoom in, starts with an image prompt, and they used Ideogram V3. So this is just a straight up template on Weavy. If you come into Weavy, you've got a workflow library, and they've got many different starting templates that you can use. So this one here is just called camera angle ideation, and I duplicated the file, added it into my own folder. So they start with the reference image here. The result of this image generation goes into this any LLM node. What this any LLM node does is you can select whichever model you want to use. They've got all the latest models: Anthropic, Claude, Google Gemini, OpenAI, ChatGPT, and even Llama. I don't hear a lot about Llama. You can literally use whatever you want. I'm going to switch it up and go to Haiku. I wonder what happens if you go to 3.7 Sonnet. Yeah, it's still 1 credit, so that's very interesting. The main reason people like to use Flash and the lower tier models is because it's faster, and a lot of times you don't need a lot of thinking power. So I'm gonna go with Haiku. I just want to try out Claude. Using the provided image, keep the style and subject details similar, focusing on the teddy bear. Okay, so yeah, we are gonna have to change that because obviously we're not doing the teddy bear. Oh, okay, we don't mess with this. So once you have your reference image, it's going to send the result over to here, but we want to first look at this prompt. All right, so this is basically the system prompt that's going to work in parallel with your reference image to produce multiple different prompts that are going to be split up and sent off to Nano Banana to generate new images. So the system prompt here is: you are given a reference image of a scene. Your task is to create 10 high-quality image prompts designed for the Nano Banana image editing model, using the reference image only for style and subject details. Requirements: each prompt must begin exactly with using the provided image, keep the style and subject details similar, and modify the camera to match this. After that phrase, describe a compositionally different camera perspective. Go beyond angle shifts, require radically distinct framings such as cropping, partial subject, close-up on details, hands, face, textures, wide establishing shot with subject minimized. So it is going to take this, oh, there's more, extreme perspectives, bird's eye view, worm's eye, tilted frames, foreground blocking subject, focus blur variations, depth of field, silhouettes, or backlit shots. Each prompt must highlight a different element from the scene: foreground, background, lighting, atmosphere, objects. Prompt must change the composition significantly while maintaining the same style. Keep every prompt under 30 words. Separate prompts with an asterisk. No numbering or prefixes. So by doing it with an asterisk before each prompt, that's going to produce an output that looks like this. And when you do the array node, it's going to split up each individual prompt with this character here. So you just put the asterisk in this box here, and that is going to separate out each of the different prompts that's going to be sent off to Nano Banana. You're gonna likely have to run it a few times before you get images that you like. So yeah, let's give this a shot. No pun intended. All right, create an image of a Pacific Northwest man in an evergreen forest with neutral lighting, lush green trees, and he's wearing a flannel. All right, let's see how that goes. This is actually my first time running this workflow, so let's just see how it comes out. And over here you can see you can set the aspect ratio. Rendering speed, I'm not sure what the differences here would be. It just says the rendering speed. And then style, realistic. Maybe this is like an ideogram thing. Look at this guy. Wait, okay, number of images, 3. Okay, so I guess it's running 3 images and it just cost me 11 credits. And it only ran this image generation, and it didn't run anything else afterwards. So yeah, this must just be like an ideogram thing, because I've never seen, yeah, ideogram v3. Pretty cool though, you can mess with a lot of these settings. So let's kind of take a look at these, I guess. That's pretty funny. How do I go to the next one from full screen? I guess, can you not? I suppose not. This guy's chill. I like this. I like the ferns. This scene is a bit more realistic and kind of more so what I was imagining. Let's look at this next one. Nah, he kind of looks like he's posing. He looks like he's he doesn't look like he's actually in the forest. It looks like more photoshopped. And we're gonna run with this guy here. So now come down to this any LLM. It's gonna use the system prompt, and I changed it to Claude Haiku, so we'll see if it obeys the asterisk rule. And here it goes. All right, using the provided image, close-up shot focusing on the subject's weathered face and textured beard against the blurry forest backdrop. Okay, cool. So that's gonna be 1. I wish you could scroll. Why can't you scroll the text thingy? That is kind of annoying. Command Shift scroll, Command Option scroll. Can you literally not just like scroll inside of here? That's kind of ridiculous. Oh well. Okay, you can click the show more button. And yeah, so let's just make sure there's 10. This is gonna be wide establishing shot, bird's eye view. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Looks like Claude Haiku did a good job. And I think it automatically should go to here because there's no run button. I feel like you should be able to like run all these at once. You know, like what's the point of this whole thing if you can't do it all at once? Can I select them? I think so. All right, let's run it. Boom. All right, so if you wanted to do this whole thing, I suppose you would just select everything and then hit run selected down here. Okay, so sometimes Nano Banana like literally just reproduces the same image and it's really annoying. So I hope they fix that with Nano Banana 2. This one's stuck at 10%. This one turned out horribly. This one's cool, useful. This one gave him a new beard for some reason. Consistency of the character is there, just added facial hair. This one's neat, except he's not in the same environment. See, it's just the same image. This one's great. Love the close-up of the hands. This one's pretty good. This one's okay. Once you have ones that you like, obviously you don't have to run them again. You can just rerun the ones that you want to run. So can I just deselect one of these? Give me the pointer. Okay, what does the hand do? Okay, you can't do that. How about shift? Nope, that sucks. Oh well, I'm just gonna click them. Rerun that, rerun that, rerun this. Oh, wait a second. It gave, wait, okay, never mind. I thought it gave me like 4 images, but that just means 4 credits per image, I believe. That one is trippy. The trees are obviously not working out there, so let's regenerate this one. Those are okay. I don't want to just waste all these credits. That's the one thing about Weavy and other API using platforms. They definitely upcharge you. Yeah, I'm not gonna run that one again. Why is that? Yeah, that turned out much better. Okay, so yeah, those are usable. And obviously you can tweak things around. You can redo this prompt a little bit, give it more details on what types of shots you're looking for, and then it will, you know, produce those individual prompts. This one here, you're not going to be able to edit the text, I believe. Oh, I lied. So you can just produce a result from here and then go back and edit the individual prompts that are going to be used for each node. So that's pretty nice. And this here, so the array is what basically parses out each individual prompt from the previous result here. So it splits it up and feeds it into these what are called options. List selector. Okay, so if you were to generate this thing from scratch, you would have your array node, and then each array output goes into this list. I don't think that you can just go straight from this into here. Wrong input type. Yeah, so you need a prompt. So that's what this list thing does. It turns the array, because maybe each one of these is like an object, quote unquote. So it's turning an object into a prompt, essentially. And if you ever want to get rid of the line in between, you can just click it and delete it. If you right click, no, that doesn't do anything. Command click, option click. Yeah, you just have to click it. Whoa. All right. So yeah, basically if you wanted to have an array, you're gonna want to have it turn into a list, and then that's gonna be able to be used for a prompt. Now that we have these, I'm gonna show you guys an extra step that you're typically gonna want to use after your Nano Banana edits, which is an upscaler. I'm gonna run this one more time just because I think it has the potential. Let's figure out which one this is. I think it should be the third one. 1, 2, 3. Bird's eye view perspective, looking down on the subject, creating a silhouette against the forest canopy. Could probably change that. Excellent. Much better. All right, so now if we wanted to upscale these beautiful images, and the reason that we want to do that is because if you look at the outputs from Nano Banana, they're never like high resolution. So you can actually see the resolution here, 1344 by 768. It's a little bit over 720p if you were to do a video out of this. So let's see what they got for upscalers. Magnific, Enhancer. I know Enhancer is good. I like that guy Sirio, but you see 36 credits. It's not really that doable. You know, like if you're gonna be a serious, I mean, if you're getting paid, I guess, like, you know, or if you're charging your clients for this, then it makes sense. That's the only time it makes sense. But if you're just like a hobby filmmaker, or you're just doing, you know, this stuff for fun, it makes no sense. Let's see what the other ones cost. So that's 36 credits. Topaz image upscale. I didn't know they had image. Okay, 19. That's pretty chill for the standard V2. Creative V2. Are they all going to be 19? See, I don't even know the difference between these. And like, you got to pay to find out, which is kind of annoying. All right, we're just seeing what things cost right now. So that's Topaz is 19. Topaz Sharpen, Recraft, Crisp, Upscale. What is this even? That costs 5. Let's keep it up here just for fun. Upscale. What is this Topaz Sharpen? I guess I'll look at it. That's 19. Upscale, Magnific. This is like kind of the standard, like go-to upscaler, in my opinion, on the market. That's going to be 18, which seems like the going rate for these things. I've never heard of a lot of these. Bria. Holy shoot! 154 credits. I could run this about 8 times and then be wiped out for my monthly allowance. Oh, this is a video to video. That's why. I mean, still though, 154, that's pretty wild. Let's see if there's a better way to view this stuff. So over here you got your toolbox, and you've got some simple editing tools. Matte, grow, shrink, video matte, text tools, iterators. Weavy is pretty comprehensive. They have a ton of different things. It would take me a long time to go through, you know, a full tutorial of this platform. So that's why I'm just showing you this one workflow here. I'm looking for upscaler so that I can see them all for images. Image model, generate from text. See, they got all these image models. Vector graphics. I haven't tried using a vector graphic generator. Seems kind of cool. Edit images. Lots of different editing. So generate from image. Enhance images. I suppose that would be another word for upscale. And then these are your video models. Generate from video. Oh, they got 2.2 in here. 100 credits. You just highlight it and you can see 100 credits. That's pretty cool. Expensive. It's all so expensive. But I mean, you know, it's magic. You're like literally making magic, so it's gonna cost something. 3D models. This is interesting as well. I've never done any 3D type of work, so that's just cool that they have this. They got video upscalers as well, like Bria, I haven't heard of it. Topaz is definitely well known. And then another cool thing with Weavy is you've got models and community models. So like this is where you can make your own custom nodes as well as use from the community. So I've never dove into these before, but you can have 11 Labs voice changer in here. Wow, that is pretty awesome. That's super cool. Only 4 credits. Wow, that's awesome. Image upscale ultimate SD. Yeah, see, they got some upscalers in here. Increase frame rate. That's a helpful one to use. You can double the frame rate. Oh, quadruple. Wow. Keep original duration. Custom. You can do any frame rate you want. That is nice. Only 11 credits. Okay, that's cool. That is very, very cool. Definitely useful. Come back here. Oh, wow. Okay, they got face swap. Only half a credit. A model that swaps faces realistically in images. Now, this stuff here is pretty dope. I'm gonna have to dive into these in a future video. Wow. All right, so let's go back to the image enhancers. 19 credits, 19 credits, 5 credits for that recraft crisp. 18 credits, 18 credits, 18 credits, and then enhancer thinks it's the shit. 36 credits. I mean, it is good, but who's got that kind of money? Nobody's paying me to create acne on somebody's face, you know? So let's go with this recraft crisp. Let's see what you can do, buddy. Recraft crisp. Run it up. Is there any settings on here? No. Single. Yeah, let's run it. Let's see what you got for me. All right, so let's just do a little side-by-side comparison. Here is Nano Banana, and Recraft Crisp. Definitely crispier. Definitely looks plasticky though, especially the flannel. Like the flannel has no texture. It's like literally a piece of plastic. At least Nano Banana had like, you know, flannel-like appearance. This is like straight up plastic. His face looks fine though. Anyways, that's all I wanted to show you guys. Oh, actually, so while I'm here, I suppose, if you wanted to take your image that you just created, you can then go to a video tool. Obviously, you've got your video models here. Now, these are insane for credits. 120, 96, 100, 100 for LTX, 55, 45, 65, 18. Okay, C Dance V1 is pretty chill. 30, 18. I remember clean 1.6 from my last video. Wasn't so good. Runways 30, 35 for clean, 32. Why is VO2 300 credits? Can someone please explain that to me? Why is VO2 300 and 3.1 is 120? Both commercial use. I don't get it. Minimax 60 Luma Ray. I've never even seen a Luma Ray generation. Never even heard of a Hun Yuan. Okay, Wan regular. Is this like Wan 1 or something? 24 credits. Luma Ray 2. I mean, maybe I'm just like a noob. I am pretty noobish at this, so forgive me if these models are amazing and I just don't know. All right, we're running with my guy C Dance. All right, C Dance, dance for me. Oh, they got first frame, last frame. That's pretty neat. So let's give that a test out. We'll make this be a last frame. And then what does this look like zoomed in? It's not that good. I see his legs. It's just kind of poor. Oops. So if we keep that as a last frame, how about this one? That's pretty chill. Nano Banana gets like proportions pretty screwed up sometimes. He's a lot smaller than he should be. Like this fern, I don't feel like this fern should be that large compared to him, but I digress. Let's run it up with this close up on the hands because I actually like that generation. So we're gonna go close up on the hands first frame, and then last frame is close up on the face. Let's get a prompt going here. So one thing I like more about spaces in FreePic is when you drag a node, you can just like let it go and it brings up the options. This one you have to like know what to do. You have to click it and create it yourself, which is not that big a deal, but it's just nice to just, you know, drag and drop into the oblivion. So let's say slow cinematic camera boom up to show close up of the man's face. That's it. Let's run it. Oops. There's probably some settings in here. Duration, 5 seconds, fine. Model, light. I'm sure pro is more, 88. So we'll stick with light for the 18. That's interesting. You can do camera fixed. Anyways, this finished. So let's have a look. Let's full screen it up. I didn't realize he was holding some kind of stick in his hands. Oh well, let's see. Ooh, I mean, pretty basic. I would have liked it to sort of linger on his face a little more, but 24 frames a second. So now that we've got this 24 frame a second video, let's see what happens with that custom increased frame rate. So is this an MP4? I don't know. We're gonna find out, I guess. Yeah, I think it works. So let's change this to, I don't know why it's showing like a multiplier. Just give me like, let's go to 60. And it's still 11 credits? I'm kind of skeptical. Determines how many intermediate frames to generate between original frames. A value of 2 will double the frame rate. Value of 4 will quadruple it, etc. I mean, 24 to 60 is going to be a little bit more than doubling, but we'll see what happens. All right, looks like the frame rate manipulator worked. So it was a 5-second clip and it reduced it to a 4-second clip. Ooh, you can see that buttery smooth frame rate though. The fidelity and resolution is not that great, but look at that. Definitely a lot smoother with the frames there versus this one. Yeah, this one was just like super duper choppy. But I mean, that's with C-Dance, you know what I'm saying? The cheapest video model on Weavy. Alright y'all, hope you enjoyed the quick tutorial on the multiple angle shot generation workflow. Thanks for sticking around, and the link is in the description below for this workflow. And please subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be making a lot more videos like this. So stay tuned and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.